Hey, it's Buddy Lee. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we're looking at War 7 of Season 33, and we're up against the Alliance next. As an Alliance, DSVG started the season a little shaky, but we've been playing really well lately, and my battle group 2, has 0 deaths for 2 wars in a row, so we're going to try to make that 3 in a row here. Last war we had Tigra banned, but she's back for this war, and we'll be using her for all 7 of our fights, including the boss. With her we have Kitty for extended neutralize, and I also brought Jabari to allow Tigra to nullify buffs on her unblockable special hits, which I wanted for one fight in particular. We're taking Path 3 in Section 1, and it has just one Icarus fight on it. We're boosted up, and I'm also going to use a Power Start 1 boost. The only potentially problematic node here is the Power Focus 2, but really this fight should be over before he can get to a Special 2. We bait a couple heavies to get to our SP2, but then I decide that I'll bait his SP1 before I launch it, and I counter that into Tigra's SP2. Next up, we have Node 20 Man-Thing that we've been taking for several wars now. We bait a heavy, and then land a combo which we stop short, and then bait another heavy, and then go into Tigra's SP2. He doesn't throw his SP1, so we bait one more heavy, and he's basically dead already, but we go with the overkill on one more SP2. Now we're going to take this Vision Arcus on the Power Snack and Backup Recovery node, and this is the fight that I wanted to bring Jabari for, since I'd like to use that synergy to nullify Arcus's power gain buff, and shut down the extra power gain and his Frostbite ability. I switch over to an invulnerability boost, just in case his power somehow gets away from me, and I also want to make sure that we throw an SP2 when Arcus is around 50% health, and triggers the Backup Recovery power gain when we know that the SP2 is going to take him out. We bait a heavy and counter, and then I go to bait one more, and he throws the heavy early from a little bit of a distance, so I wasn't ready for this counter. Now I bait his SP1, and I don't counter it because I want to throw Tigra's SP1, so the unblockable hit will nullify Arcus's power gain buff. Now Arcus is shut down, and we can bait and counter a few heavies on the way to our SP2, and we throw it right as the backup recovery triggers, but the SP2 finishes him off. Next, we're taking Sasquatch on Footloose, and Sasquatch is one of those defenders that Tigra can do, but spacing can be a little weird, which we'll see some in this fight. We use another Power Start 1 because with Sasquatch it's nice to get him down quick before he can trigger his Wrath of Tanarak. You usually come up short when countering Squatch's heavy after blocking a hit, but sometimes you can bait it out without taking a block and land, but we end up still coming up short here and get lucky landing the final hit. I thought missing that rock would take me to 2 bars, but we're just short, and I go for the heavy, which works, and then one more heavy into the SP2. This time I blocked the first hit of his SP1 and missed the rock, which cycled us right back to another SP2, and we throw that for a quick 33-second Sasquatch solo. Now for section 2, we're taking past 6, and the first fight is against the Nihilists. I mentioned to start the video that as a battle group we have 2 deathless wars in a row, and right now my past 6 fights and the boss fight are the last fights left on the map, and no one's died yet, so it's up to me to bring home the 3rd donut in a row. This fight goes really nice. We dex and counter for the first opening, and then bait a few heavy attacks to counter. Then as I'm throwing this SP2, I'm thinking, where's this guy's health all gone? And I see that he must have forgotten to remove damage masteries, but it would have been an easy Tiger fight either way. Next up we have Storm X, and this fight was a little annoying. I don't want to parry with Hard Knock Life, but I can never really get into a rhythm with Tigra. So that was an ugly fight, but no worries as we got her down. Now it's Super Scroll boss time, and we still have all of our boosts active from section 2, so we just go right into this fight. We start by baiting a few heavy attacks and then go into SP2. From that SP2, Scroll gets up and throws his SP1 right away, so we dash in and dex a rock into heavy counter, one more heavy, and then we're back to 2 bars of power with enough time to launch it before Scroll's Falter activates, and that's all she wrote. That Scroll went down in 24 hits and 27 seconds, which is pretty great, and Battle Group 2 gets our 3rd donut in a row. Now let's look at the results of the overall war, and we get the win in this one with 4 deaths as an alliance to their 15, and that moves us to 5-2 on the season. Well, that's it for this video. If you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.